Hello, my name is gvandi Jr. Today I'm here with gvandi Sr., President and CEO of Vandy Tech Incorporated. Vandy Tech is an office technology equipment, IT services, and solutions provider. How are you doing today, Mr. Vandy?
Excellent, thank you.
I want to start off this interview with the question I think is the most important. What made you decide to open your own business?
I've always wanted to be in my own business. As a matter of fact, 20 years ago I was a consultant for about a 5-year period, and I really enjoyed that business. The problem was that business did not have the ongoing annuity stream type situation that I was looking for. Basically, the better you were as a consultant, you worked your way out of clients. So that wasn't something that I was looking to pursue.
What background do you feel has prepared you to succeed in your business?
In office technology equipment and IT and these solutions and what my business is, I've been experiencing it for basically almost 40 years, and that's what I've done. I've been in sales, management, regional management, managing the United States, retail operations management. I've created programs in terms of compensation, policies, procedures, training, hiring, recruiting, you name it. I've basically done it. In addition to that, one of my responsibilities was we were on an acquisition kick, and we did a number of acquisitions, probably close to 50. My responsibility was to take non-performing companies and turn them into 10% pre-tax profit within 6 months, and fortunately I was extremely successful in being able to do that. I've also been the CEO and president of a couple of different companies that have done this. So I have the capability and the experience and the track record to show that I can do it.
What made you decide on your legal business structure?
Well, that was pretty simple in the sense that really S corporation is what the vast majority of the people in this business are because of the size. Typically they're from 2 million to 150 million-ish or so in general, so that works real well, and in consulting with my CPA we're in full agreement.
What are some of the key components of your business plan?
Marketing strategy, obviously, the management team, that's another key component, and the financial aspects of it, and market size, all those different components. The business plan has a number of components, and they're all critical, and all of them that you're working into in terms of doing, in the sense to make sure that it's there.
Could you expand on which one is kind of more critical than maybe some others?
Well, they're all critical. If I had to say which one is more critical, I'll go with finance, because cash is king. So if you don't have any money, then you don't have a business. So that's probably the main one. But the other one is also, they're all important. You need to know what your market size is. You need to be able to make decisions, assumptions, and different things, and it all works together. And what happens is you're constantly looking at it and adjusting and tweaking and modeling it. And you have to have the whole plan if you're looking for anyone to look at it and be able to help you out.
Would you say your business is competitive?
Extraordinarily competitive. We're in Tampa Bay. If you look in the Tampa Bay white pages, what you'll find is over 200 different listings of people that are in similar type business that I'm in. And that doesn't count the probably 50 or 100 of people that have maybe 2, 5, 6, 10 accounts that may work out of the garage or out of their house. So it's extraordinarily competitive. But that's actually a very good thing. And the reason why it's a good thing is people don't compete unless there's something to compete for. So if you look around, you see restaurants all over the place. Why? People have to eat. In business, businesses have to communicate internally and externally with their clients in order to be able to be successful, and that's the services we provide.
In such a competitive market, how do you compete with all these different people?
Well, we differentiate ourselves in a number of different ways. First of all, number one, we're not looking to capture all the business in that market. There's probably 15,000 viable businesses that I would say, and we really have targeted it down to about 1,200 that fall into the financial size that we want, and also into the vertical markets that we're looking to focus on. So that's part of what we do. The other thing that we do in order to be able to compete with these people is we offer a slightly different solution than what they offer. Typically, most of these people either sell copiers, fax, and scanners, they're copier dealers, or they sell IT solutions, and they're not copier dealers. So what's happening is they don't have the ability really to marry themselves together. This group is never like this group is never like that group. So they haven't really done that. So that's a big gap that actually exists. That's one of the reasons I'm forming a new company, because I don't have to deal with those transitions of trying to get people to do things that they don't want to do.
That's actually very interesting. So in order for you to compete like that, how would you obtain your startup capital?
Well, you obtain startup capital in a number of different ways. Typically, it's from savings that you have. Another way is family, and then another way is friends. And if you're lucky, you find an angel. And then after you get through that group right there, then what you have is you have banks and you have VC capital. And typically, banks and VC capital are looking for a minimum of a year, 2 years experience in your business to show that it's a viable opportunity. And VC's typically going to want a significant percentage of it, and the bank's going to be more difficult to get money from.
What would you say would be some of your keys to success?
Well, we established a number of milestones, another part that goes into a business plan. And one of those keys was that in order for us to be successful, we needed to get authorization from legitimate manufacturers in order to market their solutions. So we are authorized to market all Xerox solutions, authorized to market all Sharp solutions, and we're also on the verge of getting authorization to market Lexmark, and HP is just, it'll be in another couple of days or so. So we have the background in order to be able to market that. It was a key milestone in order to be able to do that. Another key milestone was being able to provide the service to the client, to be able to provide them with world-class service. Rather than have to make a huge investment of hundreds of thousands of dollars in doing that, I persuaded both manufacturers in order to be able to service their equipment for us. So they're going to service the equipment for us so we can grow and penetrate and get more market share for them in this market by taking our resources and investing it more into the marketing and building our business, as opposed to spending $70,000, for example, on a technician that we can't keep busy all the time initially. So that's a huge benefit. So those were two major milestones that allow us to be able to move forward and be very effective in this business.
All right. How, once you obtain those clients, do you expand the presence of the account with those clients?
Okay, well, the clients, first of all, there's different components to the solutions that we offer. I mentioned some of it to your copy of fax, scanners, printers. Then you also have where you need business continuity type solutions. So you have laptops, handhelds, desktops, voice over IP. You have all these different technological components that all come together. Our objective is to find one of those in a particular client that is of interest to them and get in with that simpler type solution. Once we get in, and then we can endear themselves to them in terms of what we do. We also will put our proprietary plan that we have together in terms of software solution that allows them to be able to grow their business, and where we can work with them, and that'll help. And then we'll be able to capture that account and basically, I say, eat it from the inside out. So we're looking for, out of these solutions, our Trojan horse to allow us to get into those accounts, because our business is set up to be very protected. If you go in, and almost everybody's on leases and everything, the first person that gets contacted, if there's any inquiry regarding those leases, is the original vendor. And they get 72 hours notice prior to even the customer getting notification of that information. That says to them automatically, antibodies have to go out because someone's trying to invade our account. So we don't want to raise those red flags. We'll just sneak in quietly, be unassuming. We won't get greedy at first, and we'll lead it from the inside out.
That's a good strategy. What would you say your marketing strategy would be to attracting new clients to build on?
Well, basically, if you look at it, since we're a startup company and only been in business about a year, all our clients are new clients. Okay, because I have non-competes with my other companies that can't go after those clients. So our marketing strategy is a different strategy also. Because you have most companies are in the old traditional method of telephone calling, email, snail mail, let's do a trade show, let's do this, let's do that. And you see the statistics keep showing that those numbers are coming down, down, down in terms of the success rate. Typically it used to be 3 calls out of 100 may get you an appointment. Now it's 1 call out of 100 gets you an appointment. But the new methodology is actually social marketing. So what we're doing is, from an inbound viewpoint, we're creating a pull to bring people in. So number one, we're blogging, and we're sending out information so they see us as a thought leader, and they say, okay, wow, because what they want to do is they want to be educated. They want someone to work with them, to guide them along through the process, not to sell them something. in terms of being able to do that. The other thing that it allows us to do is allows us to capture more information with our different CTAs, our call to actions, and we do webinars and different things that are non-intrusive so much. So it allows us to get to that C-level executive, the person that we want to talk to, where most of our competitors start by knocking on doors and they're talking to the receptionist who can't do a damn thing for them, okay, or they're moving up and they're getting the gatekeeper, they're not being able to get through. Very few people are answering their phones today, okay, I mean, it brings too much, you get too many emails, too many phone calls, so it's a totally different methodology, so we're actually a leader in that, and I think that'll prove very wise for us.
What are some of the licensing requirements for your business?
Simple. I mean, we just needed, obviously, we're incorporated, so we needed to get incorporated through the state of Florida. I think that was like $86, not the $600 that you necessarily think you have to spend with a lawyer to do it. And then just general business license, so there's nothing specific in terms of being able to do that.
How do you use technology and e-commerce as far as it relates to your business?
Okay, well, e-commerce is coming as we pick up a little bit more, and e-commerce for us will be very simple in the sense that we will partner with a tech data, for example, okay, and tech data will provide the backup onto our website so people will be able to go online, just like you would shop if you were going to Macy's or any other catalog and get copiers, scanners, printers, small ones there, toners, different things like that, laptops, iPads. Doesn't make any difference. And what will happen is the client will see that as from gvandi Tech, so the box will be shipped from tech data to them directly. They'll answer the phone when they put their order in if they don't do it online, but typically online it's gvandi Tech. Everything says gvandi Tech. If they have a problem, they'll have the shipping package to send it back, so the service will be outstanding, and we get a percentage of that without having to touch anything. So that's from the e-commerce viewpoint. So, you know, we'll do that with our clients, and obviously they'll want to buy stuff from us. The other thing that you have in terms of being able to do that is the technology is critical. We sell technology, so we're a technology company. In order for us to be able to compete with the big boys, okay, and I'm talking about us, gvandi Tech Incorporated can compete with multi-billion-dollar corporations because of technology. And actually I'll be faster to adopt and apply than they will. So I can have the same capabilities that they can have and actually better because I have that as that tool that's very inexpensive. Back in the 1850s when I grew up watching westerns, they said the great equalizer was a Colt 45 because it allowed, no matter what size man you were or something like that, you could go to the Midwest and the Far West and not having to worry because you could be protected. Today the great equalizer is technology.
I couldn't agree with you more. Shifting a little bit over to employees, what do you think is the most important quality when in hiring a new employee?
That's easy, attitude. I hire for attitude. Aptitude I can train to. Attitude, they basically either have it or they don't. So that's what I'm looking for. Okay, one of their key components has to be attitude.
How exactly do you go about training your employees? Do you have specific programs?
Absolutely, we have training programs. We also, a lot of it is online, web-based, different things there. We have a very agile type training program that allows them to do and work and do and work and do and work so they can build their skill set very quickly and enjoy that success. And I say I put together many training programs over the years, so I've evolved into that and have that ready to go. I mean, people can get up and running real quick because we hire slow, but we fire fast. And we can find out very quickly if they have the skill set in order to be able to do that or if they're trainable.
Do you formally evaluate your employees?
All the time. Because there are metrics in our business that it's very simple and they need to know what those metrics are. Because those metrics will help them to be successful too and will identify the areas that they need to improve on. So we evaluate on a regular basis, and because of our CRM and technology and the other solutions we have, that data is available to us.
If you could change one thing about the way you operate your business, what do you think that you would change?
I would hope that I would change. I had someone that could do all the things that I could do, so I could spend much more time working on the business instead of working in the business. Right now I have to work a lot in the business in order to be able to do that. But let me give you one last thing, okay, to kind of wrap this up a little bit in terms of what I would tell a new entrepreneur that's trying to go in. First of all, whatever you think you need for cash, double it, okay? And you'll be closer. And then maybe double it again and you'll probably really be much closer to being safe. And the other thing is communication. You have to have communication. Everybody in your organization must be aligned in communicating the same message to your client, or else you're going to confuse your client and you'll be in trouble in terms of doing that. I'll show you a little simple example. See this mouse? I've seen a lot of very gifted people that really have the capability of impacting So they can take this thing, and I mean, look at the movement they can get out of that. Where did it go?
Nowhere.
Really, nowhere.
There you go. Anyway.
But I can take a lot less gifted and talented people, as long as we're all on the same message and sending that same message, we can keep just nudging. We don't have to be as impactful. I mean, if we have an impact person, look how it goes. But can you see where it goes?
Moving forward.
That's the key. So communication is the key to success. And the other thing is cash. Without cash, you're out of business. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you
I thought
very
that was
much.
great.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming
Yeah.
by.
Appreciate the interview. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.